saying, quote, what will happen tomorrow is people will come through the line. If their ID is not compliant, they'll be diverted to a different line. They'll have an extra step. But she said for now, people will be allowed to fly. It just may take way more time. So account for that.
And you might want those extra forms of identification just as a backup as well. Maggie Vespa, appreciate your reporting. Thanks. That's going to do it for us today. I'll see you back here tomorrow, same time, same place. For now, I'm Anna Cabrera reporting from New York. Chris Jansing picks up our coverage right now.
Good day. I'm Chris Jansing, live at MSNBC headquarters in New York City. First came the political punches, now the handshake. Canada's prime minister just arriving at the White House to meet with President Trump amid tensions high over trade and all that talk about annexation. Can the two men find common ground with the entire world watching? Picking a pope. By this time tomorrow, the doors of the Sistine Chapel will be sealed, the cardinals inside, and the conclave underway. What's happening now in these final hours to set the stage? And Georgia on their mind. Republicans' top recruit for a high-profile Senate seat says he won't run, throwing a wrench in the party's plans to topple a key Democratic target. So what's Plan B? So much to get to on a Tuesday, but we start with the drama unfolding right now at the White House as Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney, the man who rode a wave of anti-Trump anger to a stunning victory just days ago, comes face to face with the president. Billions of dollars in trade on the line for both countries. It follows weeks of tough talk on both sides of the border. Take a listen.
President Trump is trying to break us so that America can own us. That will never, ever happen.
If they didn't have us, and if we didn't spend that money, as Trudeau told me, they would cease to exist. He said that to me. They would cease to exist.
We will stand up for our history, our values, and our sovereignty.
We can't be expected to carry a country that is right next to us on our border. It would be a great state. It would be a cherished state.
We will respond forcefully. Nothing is off the table to defend our workers and our country.
The stakes for both countries are huge. Canada is America's second biggest trading partner, trailing only Mexico. Canada sends more products to the U.S. than anywhere else in the world. And Canada's film industry does about half of its business with the U.S. And that may also now be at risk after Trump's threat to slap a 100% tariff on movies. But détente and any agreement won't be easy, particularly in light of the fact that Trump's tariffs and talk of Canada as the 51st state has so infuriated the Canadian people, they've canceled U.S. vacations en masse and ditched products made in the U.S. I want to bring in NBC's Vaughn Hilliard covering the White House. Richard Stengel was President Obama's Undersecretary of State for Public Diplomacy and Public Affairs, as well as an MSNBC political analyst. Henrietta Treyz is Managing Partner and Director of Economic Policy Research at Vita Partners. She also spent time on Capitol Hill covering the Senate Finance, Banking, and Budget Committees. And NBC's Brian Chung with me here in studio. Okay, Vaughn, the president had some choice words for Canada right before the prime minister got there, but we just saw the picture. Smiles. But what is Trump saying?
Right. The last months, the policy of this administration and this White House has been to taunt